Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody. So excited to have you join us on our webinar today, Win with Greater Sales Efficiency. We're going to be talking about modern retail. My name is Anu Roberts. I'm the Senior Director of Product Marketing here at CDK for Modern Retail. And I am lucky enough to be joined by a couple of our leaders in the product marketing team, Amber Good, who has ownership over CRM portfolio, and Jason Slick, who has ownership over desking and F&I. So we've got a lot of great things that we are going to dive into. So just a little housekeeping before we get started. For questions, we're going to take some questions at the end. And if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the Q&A feature at the top of your screen. So let's just quickly run through the agenda. We're gonna just start a little bit about what we're focused on here at CDK Modern Retail. So I'll touch on that, and then we really want to save the bulk of it for a little show and tell for you. There's been a lot of really amazing enhancements that have been going on that we want to showcase really what we're doing across the sales workflows and the F&I workflows. And as I mentioned, we'll get right into Q&A as well. So a lot of packed agenda. So we'll kind of run through some of this real quickly so we can kind of get to be able to showcase and demo some of these things for you. With that, I want to talk a little bit about what we're focused on here at CDK in modern retail. And it's really about, as I mentioned, it's about the workflows. We're focused on streamlining and simplifying the workflows, making those engagements just be more efficient in the front office, and really create that unified, more cohesive sales ecosystem. And in order to be able to deliver that, we're focused on a few things. And I'm not going to go over all of this, but I just want to touch on a few things, which is, we're really focused on embedding AI throughout the workflows very carefully, responsibly. We're also unifying the customer data, as well as simplifying communications, really helping our dealers make every engagement very timely, consistent, and actionable. So you're able to follow it faster, close more deals, and just elevate that experience that you're able to provide your customers. So we're doing this by optimizing and evolving all of those workflows. And this transformation is really happening across the entire modern retail portfolio, across the sales and the F&I areas, to be able to offer a more seamless experience. So let's move on to the next slide here and talk just a little bit of, this is just more of a highlight of kind of what we're going to be talking about today. Amber's going to touch on, as I mentioned, some of the sales workflows. We have a really powerful new AI-driven working page called MyDay. Enhancements to our AI virtual assistant, Ava, as well as our new AI writing assistants, and really helping dealers with better engagements. We know video is not only what consumers prefer, but we're just getting just a lot of the dealers that are implementing video. We're seeing a huge uptick in engagement. And so we'll talk through our new CRM video. And then Jason's going to talk about what we're doing in F&I, this big transformation happening on the F&I space, and talk about a couple new areas there, and lien payoff being one of them. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Amber to talk about the CRM and all the exciting things we're doing in that space.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Anu. I will jump right into our CRM updates. We have some really exciting stuff that we debuted at NADA and things to talk about today. We have great enhancements coming to the CRM, and like Anu said, we have one goal in mind, and that is eliminating as many screens as possible, as many pop-ups as possible that you may have experienced in software previously, and leveraging AI to make all of your jobs easier. So your CRM, we believe, should work like your best salesperson, really helping organize tasks intelligently and ultimately provide your staff with the ability to provide personalized communication to each and every customer. And we're embedding AI in ways that actually help your staff focus on the things that matter. And that's your customers and how quickly you can connect with them, make them feel comfortable, and ultimately make that appointment and come into your dealership. So I will jump right into some of our new enhancements, starting with our AI writing assistant. The AI writing assistant is phenomenal. Not that any of your stores would ever send an email that maybe doesn't have proper grammar or some misspellings, but it's going to allow them to still keep that personalized communication, have their own tone and way of speaking and the way that you want them to communicate at your dealership, but give them the ability to really polish that outreach and save them time whenever they're composing those communications. So it's going to adjust the tone for them basically on the way that they would like for it to. So if they want it to be more friendly, more professional, maybe if you're in a high-end store, urgent, promotional, whatever that tone is that they want their email or text message to go out to the customer, they're going to be able to choose that. They're also going to automatically get that grammar fixed. They're going to improve the message overall, eliminate any of those errors before it goes out. And if you're in an area that maybe you need a Spanish email to go out, or for our Canadian friends up north, make that French Canadian as well. You're going to be able to make that translation before sending it out to your customer, all with the click of a button inside of your CRM. So really excited about the AI writing assistant in our CRM. And Anu touched on video as well. We have spent a great deal of time working on video for you. We know it delivers personalized communication for your store, and this is best in class. We understand that salespeople are all over the place, and we want them to work efficiently no matter where they are. So we've started by enhancing the mobile app for front office with this video solution. We know video is memorable. It's proven to help increase lead responses, and customers really love getting a video about a car that they're really excited about, and OEMs are really starting to push that. So we wanted to make sure that we had this available for all of our customers. We're making it incredibly simple to create and send the videos through text or email directly from the CRM to engage those buyers and ultimately get more appointments. The new video solution includes features like voiceover capability, transcription on screen. So if you want to be able to have something a little bit more specific when you're making that video, you can have the transcription as you're doing the walk around so you don't miss any of those key features on the vehicle. Language translation is also available in there. So even if you're speaking in English, you can get subtitles on that video in Spanish or whatever language that you need to send to your customer. Noise cancellation, picture-in-picture recording, which is phenomenal. Still keeping the face of the salesperson in that video while they're doing the walk around of the service department or the car, whatever it is that they're needing to send that message about. So keeping that personalization and having that face-to-face communication as well. And there's editing capabilities. So if you mess up whenever you're making the video, you can easily edit that out. You can also have intros and outros already saved for your store. Any of those things that are important to you and for that video process that you put into your store, we've made that available for you. And we're making this as frictionless as possible. We recognize that, salespeople are on the move. They're running in and out of the building. Sometimes they're at a desktop and sometimes they're on their mobile device. So you're able to access that video library from your desktop inside of your CRM, or you can send it directly to those leads right from the mobile app as well. So video is a much larger initiative in the rest of our mobile capabilities that are going to be updated for our end users this year, and starting with this one, and super excited about it. We mentioned eliminating screens as part of our goal of simplifying the CRM, and this is a powerhouse for salespeople. MyDay with the AI summary is a new AI-driven salesperson workplace, and it's reducing complexity and time by centralizing all of those key tasks and workflow starters in one easy-to-use homepage to drive consistency and efficiency. It's automating routine work, minimizing manual steps, and ensuring processes start consistently and on time. With AI summary inside of MyDay, the salesperson no longer needs to jump from screen to screen or read through long histories or notes. The system automatically surfaces the 3 most relevant insights about a customer: their latest interactions, behaviors, equity, purchase history, their communication trends, and anything else that we know about the customer. And a quick, easy to read 3 bullet points so that you can move on with your day knowing exactly what's most important about that customer. And last but not least, before we hop into the CRM, is Ava, our virtual assistant. We released Ava in 2024. Ava is our conversational AI virtual assistant. Since releasing Ava, our research team has shown a 25% lift in appointments scheduled on internet leads. That's huge. 25% is a huge increase for all of those dealerships that are trying to make it through those thousands of leads that are coming in every single month. And we're continually working on enhancing Ava for our dealers. Since last year, we've added Knowledge Bank, and it is exactly as it sounds. It's a bank of information that you can control at your store that allows you to train your AI on any topic, anytime. When something comes up, whether it's a special sale promoted by your OEM, or you have inclement weather that's coming and impacting your store, you can update Ava, and it will be able to communicate with your customers the exact same way that your sales staff would immediately. The newest extension of that and customization is First Quality Response. This edition allows you to create journeys specific to the intent of your customer based on their lead. This is proving to be a huge addition for our dealers, and the initial adoption stores have seen an uptick of an additional 15% of additional appointments just by providing that customized first response. We know that the first person to the customer is very important, but the first to the customer that actually responds intelligently are the dealerships that are winning those appointments and sales. I'm going to switch screens and hop into our CRM and show you all this stuff at work. All right. I will start with conversation. So we're talking about all of the things that we want to minimize and make easier for your staff. And starting with that is conversation. So conversations is simply all of your inboxes in one place. So historically, you would have a text message inbox and you would have an email inbox. Whenever you have both of those, you can have multiple messages coming from the same customer in different communication channels. And it makes it a little hard to keep up with whenever you're dealing with hundreds of leads every single day and every single week. So we've combined that inbox so that you have all of your text messages and emails organized by customer name, so you have that thread together completely. You will see our new email composer complete with our AI writing assistant. So whenever you're emailing Charlene and you can see all of your communication between text and email all in one place, and you want to go send an email, I'm going to paste in one that's maybe not the best email that we've ever seen. Salesperson can type their email. Whenever they get done, they can quickly polish their writing or adjust the tone. I'm going to polish the writing. It's going to expand that email, just make it sound more professional. If I would like to adjust that tone, I can do that quickly with a click of a button, make it more friendly. And at the exact same time, if I'm sending this to one of my Spanish-speaking customers, I can click translate, choose Spanish, and it's going to go directly into a Spanish translation so that I can send that over to my customers. So with the quick click of a button, you can change the tone. You can make sure that there are no grammatical errors before sending that out to your customer. So whenever you are reaching out to them, you have a clear, concise, and professional message each and every time. We already talked about video being very important. Obviously, you can take those videos from your desktop, and you can also take them from your mobile device. The great thing about our video, like I said, is that you have this extensive library. So if I go take videos on my phone, but I'm not ready to send it to my customer, I can always reach that library directly from my email composer here as well. So whenever I click on to video, it's going to take me directly to my library, so I can pick the video that I've taken, add it directly into my email that I've already composed, and it can go directly out to my customer, simple as that. So I can do that directly from my mobile phone if I decide, or I can do it from my desktop. The library is available in both places, either way that I want to send it. Whenever that video gets sent out to the customer, it's going to appear as you see it like a GIF inside of the email, so it doesn't look like a spammy link. It's going to be something nice and inviting that they're going to want to click on and actually watch that video once they do, it's going to take them to a nice landing page with CTAs back to your website that you get to choose and control, with a nice business card landing page for your salesperson with all their contact information, a photo of your dealership. So the presentation, whenever they get that video, is also very nice, keeping that professional presentation across the board. I will move on to MyDay. Like I said, MyDay is our powerhouse for your salespeople. So whenever you go into the CRM, gone are the days that you have to go to 6 or 7 different pages to look at your current customers, complete any of your tasks, all of those things that we're used to doing in the CRM. We've eliminated 6 to 8 screens for what they're doing down into one. So this is allowing our salespeople to log in each day and really get a view of exactly what they need to be doing. Like I mentioned before, we have conversations. So you can go to your conversations tab to see your emails and text messages in one, but it's also going to be right here in the upper right-hand corner of your MyDay. So any of those incoming messages are going to be right up in the top of your screen so you don't miss anything that's timely coming back from your customers right away. They can also see their appointments at a glance, so they can see if they've been confirmed, if they're still waiting to be confirmed, and really what that picture of their day looks like so that they can manage their time accordingly. They can also see all of their active customers in the bottom of MyDay. So any customer that's assigned to them, they're going to be able to see right down here in the bottom. Their open tasks are going to be all those organizer tasks that are assigned based on their lead status for each of their customers as well. Any new leads that are coming in, completed tasks, and not that anyone would have overdue tasks, but if they do, it's going to be right here for them to get to them easily as well. We'll go to Charlene Knight. This is in addition to our opportunity details page. So think about all of those workflow starters that a salesperson needs in one day. They're going to be able to get to that very quickly from all of their active customers right on MyDay. When they log into there, they're going to be able to see that complete history for the existing opportunity that is on there now. They can schedule an appointment, add their notes, send a message, make a phone call. If there's any inventory assigned that they want to get those workflow starters going, so ask for a credit application, trade-in evaluation, any of those things, they're going to be able to do that as well. And as we talked about that AI summary, they're going to be able to see it right here. So before making that phone call, adding a note, sending a message, they can look at that AI summary and see exactly what's going on with Charlene before making any of those tasks or any of the phone calls. And last but not least, our virtual assistant, Ava. We talked about Ava as our virtual assistant and knowledge bank that we added last year. Ava is going to take all of your incoming internet leads. So think about the hundreds or thousands of leads that are coming in every month and how many emails, how many text messages, and how many phone calls your sales team's needing to make each and every month before they ever have any back and forth volley with that customer. Ava is really designed to take the bulk of those mundane tasks off of your sales team and empower the AI to do it for you so they can get involved whenever there's human expertise needed. Until then, we're going to rely on Ava to make all of those initial outreaches and all of those follow-ups for 51 days in order to try to get that volley started and get the appointment scheduled for your team. Knowledge Bank is important because Ava is built on 3 different language models, and the third one is exactly that. It's the knowledge bank that you get to control at the store. So anything that you would teach a new salesperson is exactly what you would want to put in knowledge bank, and it is literally limitless. You can add questions to any of the existing topics. And if you have a new topic that's not necessarily something that anyone else has ever used, you can add your own topics, add your own questions, provide the answers, and Ava is going to be able to reference that information every single time it is answering a question for one of your customers. So knowledge bank, phenomenal for all of your email messages going out to your customers. Knowledge bank is going to be able to reference no different than your salesperson. The extension of knowledge bank is first quality response. First quality response is exactly what it sounds like. So this is now allowing you the ability to assign a journey directly to each of your sources. So if your store has 15 or 20 different lead sources coming in each and every time, the intent of those customers is going to vary based on where they came from. If they're shopping for a pre-owned car on an autotrader.com or something like that, it's going to be different than someone that's on your website just asking a general question. We recognize those customers have different intents and they are expecting they're expecting a different outcome and they're expecting a different reach out from your store. So now you're able to actually create that journey and assign it to the sources that make sense. And you can change it at any point in time. So if you add a new lead source, you have something new that's coming in, you can add a new journey, add a new source, and it will pick up and answer the correct way from the first message to the last every single time right away. So I am going to stop here and pass it over to Jason.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, so let's move on to F&I. Just like what Amber was talking about, as well as Anu, we are very focused on streamlining the workflows inside of F&I, making it much more efficient for our users, making it easier for them to get through the deal faster, to get their customers out of the F&I office, but also so that they can focus on what's most important to them. So some of the things that we've been working on, and just like Amber did, I am going to take you through a live demonstration of the first bullet point here, which is our new F&I journey. This is a ground up solution that we are creating and we've been developing over the last year. We're in pilot with it now. And so it will be coming to your stores that have F&I today very soon so that you can take advantage of this. But we're trying to get it over to a brand new modern retail stack that connects to the entire front end journey. The other thing that we are working on currently is our new lien payoff tool. And this is going to allow your users to stay inside of the DMS, be able to pull up a quote for that lien payoff, and then ultimately pay that lien off. We're also working continuously on updating our in-market solutions like our e-contracting. We expanded our states last year as well as our lenders. We've enhanced our e-sign solution, and we are going into pilot in the second quarter here with our new digital deal jacket. So a lot going on in the F&I office to streamline the entire process. So let's talk about the new F&I piece first. So like I said, this is ground up. So this is not based off of our F&I solution today. And it is very focused on streamlining the process, making it more efficient for your F&I managers. So on this slide, you can see on the top right is our current in-market F&I. And just this one screen is really taking over the majority of those 5 screens that you see there. We're also making sure that this can be used on multiple devices from Windows to Mac and even on tablets so that your F&I managers who are away from the office can still do a deal or can still access information that they may need to look at. Before we get into the actual presentation of it, one of the things I do want to make clear on this call so that you have an understanding of what we're doing and timing is the timeline for new F&I. As I said before, over the last year, we've been in development and we are now in our pilot stage with this solution. We'll be ramping up this entire spring and summer with pilots. And then we will be going into general availability in Q3 of this calendar year. So it's coming up very soon. After that general availability status, we'll be converting all of our dealers over. Realistically, that conversion will probably start in early 2027, since we don't like to disrupt anything at the end of a calendar year. But as you go through this and you see this, if you're interested in being a pilot, please let your reps know, because we want as many dealers to touch this as possible so that we can get feedback. We are also making it so that as we go into pilot, this solution can be turned on at one location, be turned on for one user, and it will work in parallel with the current F&I solution. So that means you can test this solution while having other users use the current F&I system, and you can even pick your path so that specific user doesn't have to solely rely on new F&I. They can go back to the legacy as well. We're also updating the underlying databases of the legacy F&I so that we're not changing anything with integrations or reporting. So we're trying to make it as low risk as possible for as many dealers to get hands-on with this. As I said before, the other item that we're focused on is our lien payoff. And this is brand new that we're bringing to the market. So again, we all know that everyone does lien payoffs and pulls that information, but this is now an embedded solution right from within the F&I screen, not only in new F&I, but this is going to come to our current F&I system as well. This will allow you to pull the payoff and all the pertinent information about that payoff. And then it will allow your accounting department to go in and make those payments to those lien holders, all while going into accounting. So this is an exciting venture for CDK, and I think it's going to help our dealers, again, staying in one system, one workflow, instead of having to jump around to access these items. So let's go ahead and switch over to the live system here. So I'm going to show you new F&I, and that's what you're seeing right now. This is our F&I dashboard. So if you think about how your dealers access the solution today and your F&I managers, they go in and they have a command screen. They recall the deal, or they go in and create a new purchase or a new lease. In this new system, you'll actually have a dashboard where you can search, sort, and filter information. You can also come up here and search for things that are not specific to deals. So let's say you're getting this system brand new and you're trying it out and playing around with it, but you don't know how to access the setups for, let's say, fees. That's something that you can type into the search and it'll actually direct you in order to get to that setup. So we're trying to think through things that are going to allow you to convert faster and allow you to learn this system easier than having to go in and learn it by getting training of all sorts. When I click on a deal and enter into that deal itself, the first screen we see is our deal information screen. Now, for some of you that have seen our desking solution, this is going to look very familiar because this is using the exact same calc engine underlying our desking solution. So that means we get away from any integrations, and it's just the same system in a different status. This is also where we have all of the fields that you would need for your system. So over the years, you would have to choose where you were going to put certain items. We're trying to get away from that and make a more standardized solution. So we'll have a plethora of fields for F&I products, accessories, etc. And we're also having the 50 state taxes brought into the system as well. So no more having to set up your own table of taxes. This system will automatically do that. We have our customer information here, gross. We're also working on commissioning as well. And then we have our documents that'll pull in all the documents into our deal jacket. But this is where we are bringing AI into the F&I workflow. So you can see here that I still have the ability to pick my groups. So you still have your groups and chains that you think of today inside of F&I. But I can also go in and pick single forms. So I can add that very easily to generate. But you'll notice on the right-hand side here how the system is automatically suggesting forms. That's what we call our AI suggestions. So when we turn this on at your location, it's going to automatically learn how you generate forms for every type of deal, the customer on that deal, etc. And it's going to automatically suggest those forms for you. You still have full control. You can remove forms, you can add forms, and it will continue to learn over time. So that's a way that we're trying to make the system more efficient, faster for your users, but also help to keep you in compliance and not missing a form over time. Our other focus is obviously on creating this system to be as quick as possible to, again, make it much more efficient for your users. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to our presentation. That kind of brings us to the end of it. We do want to talk about another resource before we get into the questions. Anu, do you want to give a little bit on this?
Sure, yeah. So we're continuing with our webinar series, Win With CDK. It's ongoing, I think, we have 3 more webinars. Same day, Tuesday, here at noon Central. You've got the registration link, cdk.com/Win With CDK. You can also hear some replays of webinars if you've missed any of the other webinars. I think we've done a webinar around service, I know, maybe around dealership operations, and of course our new built-in CDP. So all of those resources are on that website. I would encourage you to join. And with that, as Jason mentioned, it concludes our presentation for you. So I appreciate, again, all of you taking the time and hearing about all of the exciting updates that we're doing. If you do have any questions, we can stay on for a little bit and take any questions. I see there's a few questions in the queue. So if you think of anything, please go ahead and write your questions in the queue. But let's go ahead and get started. There's a question off the bat here. And Jason, this looks like this is F&I. It's about the lien tool. Will the lien tool be able to create a journey entry into accounting?
Yeah, so with this lien tool, not only will accounting be able to pay those liens off, but it'll actually create a journal entry into accounting so that your user doesn't have to go and do that manually, which I know a lot of solutions today make you do. So yeah, lien will be directly tied into the accounting solution.
That's great. And then Amber, there's a question on the AI writing assistant, essentially asking how is the writing assistant language model trained?
Good question. I'm assuming it is wanting to know if we're training on any PII, and we are not. So as that language model is being trained and retrained, anything that would be considered PII, we have a placeholder. So if it's a phone number, it's being trained knowing that it is a phone number, but not with the actual personal information of any of those conversations.
It's great. And then Imran, I'm going to stay with you. There's another question around the videos, the CRM videos. They're wanting to know if the videos are saved on local devices after they're filmed.
Kind of a double-edged sword on that one. You can if you would like. However, for those of us who have our phones already full with kids and dogs, it saves to the cloud inside of your video account. So it does not have to stay on those local devices, other computer or mobile device, and it'll still be able to be retrieved inside of your account from the desktop and from the mobile device as well.
That's great. And Jason, there is a question about Canada and F&I. Is the new F&I platform being rolled out for Canada on the same schedule as the US?
Yes, so that's a great question. The answer is yes. We are working with a few pilots in Canada already, so they will be in the very beginning part of the pilot process. But this is a North American solution and not just the United States. Both Canada and the US will be able to take advantage of this.
Great. That's great. And then Jason, there's a couple more F&I questions. So I'll stay with you. How will accounting process change with your changes to F&I?
Yeah, so what will happen in the very early part of the conversion is your F&I manager will do the entire deal inside of new F&I. When it comes to the accounting piece, they will still go into what you know of as F&I today and do the finalization steps, whether you're using virtual biller or just doing the normal finalization piece. That will be modernized as well, but that will be after we get through the general availability status of new F&I.
That's great. And then, Jason, another question. This kind of has to do with the rollout schedule that you mentioned. With this new F&I that you're creating, how will dealers be converted over to it? And will we have to rebuild all of our setups?
Yeah, so that's a great question. This is obviously a big thing that CDK is taking into account when doing this. And in our pilot stages, at the beginning, it's all manual, but we are building automation tools with this. So our goal is that when we convert dealers, it will be an automated solution behind the scenes that looks at all your settings, your setups, your forms, etc., and does that conversion without you having to do anything. And you can pick up and just start using the system. So again, we're in the midst of building that right now, but our goal is to have as 100% automation as possible to convert everything so that our dealers do not have that pain of resetting up a new system.
That's great. And I'm not sure what category we're looking for, but there's a question about are these updates going to be available for the Puerto Rico area? And if so, when? So I'm not sure if that's pertaining to F&I or the CRM updates, but maybe you both could possibly address
I can,
that.
since I finished with F&I
Yeah.
already, I can jump in. So from a new F&I perspective, it will be for Puerto Rico as well. Basically, anybody that is running our current F&I in-market solution, this solution is for. From a lien payoff perspective, right now that'll be specific to the United States, but our goal is to get with partners to connect to lenders in Canada and Puerto Rico as well.
That's great.
And for CRM, most of those features are going to be available for Puerto Rico. There are a couple of limitations for AVA that your sales rep could go over with you, but the AI writing assistant, video, MyDay, all available for Puerto Rico.
Okay, well, looks like that's the end of our Q&A. Again, I just really appreciate you guys joining us this afternoon. If you have any questions or would like to get any more additional information, please do reach out to your rep. We're happy to provide it. We're really excited about a lot of these new things that we've showcased for you today. We'll continue to come to you with some additional updates. We'll do our summer showcase here in a few months as well. And like I said, in the meantime, feel free to reach out, and wishing you guys a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.